It turns out that the Bible mentions some people who never experienced death, despite the well-known saying that nothing is certain except death and taxes. Many people may initially think of Jesus as an example, but the Gospels confirm that Jesus did die before rising from the dead. The Bible actually provides us with the names of 3 people who never saw death, and the third person is the focus of one of the Bible's greatest mysteries. Number 1. Enoch, the first man in the Bible to be said to have lived forever, was one of Adam's descendants, not from Cain or Abel, but from Adam and Eve's third son. He was also Noah's great-grandfather, and he had ancestry to other significant biblical figures. While many people lived well past a century in an era when God had not yet established a 120-year life limit, as stated in Genesis chapter 6 verse 3, Enoch defied expectations, becoming a father at the age of 65 and living to the appropriate age of 365 during this turbulent time before the Great Flood. The majority of people chose to walk down the crooked path of sin instead of walking faithfully with God, but Enoch stood out for doing so and forging a deep relationship with him. Genesis 5 verses 22 to 24 tells us that Enoch walked with God and that he was no more because God took him. This passage highlights Enoch's close relationship with God and the remarkable fact that God chose to take him to heaven without causing him to physically die. Number 2. Elijah. During the reign of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel in Israel, Elijah, the most well-known person in the Bible who did not die, was a prophet who was renowned for his audacity in speaking out against the idols and false gods that the Israelites had started to worship. He also performed numerous miracles, such as sending fire down from heaven to demonstrate that the true God of Israel was real. 2 Kings chapter 1 verse 10 to 12. He was used by God to bring about repentance and reform in Israel during this time when the Israelite nations strayed from their ancestors' faith in favor of idolatry, a move that was sparked by the evil King Jeroboam. The prophet Elijah took a stand against King Ahab's impiety, urging him to turn from his idolatry and return to the God of Israel. Jezebel, the wife of King Ahab, was especially committed to idolatry and encouraged her husband to construct a temple for the pagan god Baal. This decision led many Israelites away from the worship of the true God and saw the spiritual decline of his nation. 2 Kingdom chapter 2 verse 11 describes Elijah's meteoric ascent to heaven. Number 3. Melchizedek. Few biblical mysteries have generated as much curiosity as the question surrounding Melchizedek's identity, which is often regarded as the most significant riddle in Hebrews. Section 6, verse 19 to 2. After his resurrection, you will discover that Jesus Christ is a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. The Moffat translation states more simply that Jesus is on par with Melchizedek, who is described as having the rank of so who is Melchizedek first. It is important to note that both the Old and New Testaments mention that the mysterious Melchizedek was a priest of the Most High God. Melchizedek was the king of Salem, which is the city of Jerusalem. The term Salem in Hebrew means peace, hence Melchizedek was the king of peace. Trust you enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification for the latest video. God bless you.